New tonight, there's been a major vote from the state commission investigating the Parkland school massacre. It has overwhelmingly endorsed allowing teachers to carry concealed guns in the classroom as long as they have proper training. CBS 4's Carrie Codd is live at Broward School Board headquarters with late details. Carrie.
Well, Rhoda Bay, the commission voted 13-1 to allow volunteer teachers who undergo background checks and extensive training to be allowed to carry guns on campus. This does go against the wishes of many of the parents of the Parkland victims, and this was just one of many recommendations the commission made today. The commission investigating the Parkland shooting was decisive in their support of arming volunteer teachers.
The more people we have appropriately trained and appropriately equipped after they're appropriately selected, the safer the kids are, because we have to get there in seconds.
The idea is a controversial one, and it came up repeatedly after the February 14th shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School that left 17 dead and 17 others injured. Commission Chair Pinellas County Sheriff Bob Gualtieri said the shooting at MSD proved to him that selected teachers who undergo background checks and extensive training can stop a school shooter.
It's not just this in mass, oh, if anybody wants a gun, have one. That is not what I'm saying. And it's so important that people understand that.
He points to the fact that confessed shooter Nicholas Cruz stopped and reloaded his weapon numerous times as evidence that a teacher with a gun could have possibly prevented some of the bloodshed. Commissioner Ryan Petty, whose daughter Elena died in the shooting, said he supports the idea of recommending to the Florida legislature arming willing, trained teachers.
I can't get out of my head the visual of those teachers huddled in those classrooms at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas with no ability to protect themselves or those students.
But Commissioner Max Schachter, whose son Alex died at the school, was the lone dissenting vote on the issue.
I don't think teachers should be carrying guns. I think they have enough on their plate. I think their priority is teaching. It just creates a lot of host of more problems.
In the past, Broward School Superintendent Robert Runcie has said he does not believe in arming teachers. The State Teachers Union agrees with Runcie, as do a number of the parents of Parkland victims. On Wednesday, the commission released a 400-page draft report. They looked at every aspect of school security, policies, law enforcement response, misread flags, and devastating communication errors. It also called out BSO, including deputies who did not race toward the gunfire fast enough, according to the commission, and a BSO policy regarding active shooters.
I am immensely concerned when Sheriff Israel testified and I asked about his policy that said they may enter the building, not that they shall or that they had to.
Commissioners noted a big problem with school security at MSD, including an open gate for crews to walk through. The commission is recommending a statewide overhaul of school security.
But I keep going back to, if you had the front gates locked, if the front door was locked, if Medina confronted the guy when he should have, if the school resource officer Peterson challenged the man when he should have, you might have a different outcome here.
So the commission said they want restrictions on the Armed Guardian program changed to allow willing teachers to be able to carry guns on campus with training. Now, also today, the Broward State Attorney's Office released a trove of statements given by BSO deputies to Florida Department of Law Enforcement investigators. That's part of FDLE's investigation into the law enforcement response to the Parkland shooting. We have a story up on our website, cbsmiami.com, if you want to read that. Live in Fort Lauderdale, Carrie Codd, CBS 4 News Tonight.